Welcome to Braxton Live. Here this evening from the Eagles' Nest, we've got the Braxton County Eagles taking on the Tide of Sherman in the regional final. Here, men's soccer team, JD, Zach, and Jamie up here in the booth with you. Good evening, guys.
Hey, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, good evening.
And we have a beautiful evening out here for soccer, out here in the muck and quagmire as the rain is beginning to fall. Great day for a duck.
Yeah, like I said, I believe, though, that it is a light drizzle as of right now. So hopefully as dry as this field has been, it won't turn into the quagmire. But
yeah,
it is moving up from Charleston. So, depending on how long this game goes, we might see it in the second half.
That's a very good point, because this is not going to be a contest that ends in a short game. I don't figure.
The way this Sherman stat sheet looks, you're probably not. So we might actually get a nice, good challenge for our Eagles here tonight.
Yeah. So, JD, Zach, we got a quality team here we're facing. Now, Eagles come into tonight 21-0. That's a stellar season. Good competition in front of us.
yeah, I mean, both teams have played some pretty good competition throughout the year. You mentioned that we're 21-0. Sherman is 13 wins, 1 loss, 4 ties. And that's something I still struggle getting used to at soccer. Both of us do. I'm sure Zach's pretty used to it, but it just kills me with a sport where you tie. I can't stand it. I want.
Yeah, and also having almost 90 minutes and not having a goal.
Nothing to show for it.
Is really can be aggravating. That's why when you first get into it, when you hear the announcers get so excited when there is a goal, you understand. After 90 minutes of near misses and almost goals, you want to run around and scream, goal! So it's understandable.
Yeah, so with, we've got this great Sherman Tide team here this evening. How important, Zach, JD, is it to have a quality team like this? Now, obviously, we got to do our part tonight. Eagles got to win. But with a quality team, let's just set the stage here. Eagles get the victory, hopefully, tonight. How important is it to have a quality team before you're going into states?
I think it's very, very important because you get a pretty good measure of where you're at. Regardless who wins the ball game tonight, I think both teams are kind of getting a precursor of the type of teams that they're going to see when you get into the top 4. I mean, like I said, watching some of the highlights from last night, Frankfurt punched their ticket against Trinity Christian last night, and it was a exciting game. Looking at some of the highlights, it ended up being a 7-6 game. We've run into a lot of teams this year that their offenses just seem to lack a little bit against our teams.
Right.
But when you start getting into those top 4, everybody can score. Mm-hmm. Everybody has a pretty good offense. So.
Yeah, Zach, what's your thoughts?
Something that's really impressed me with our boys is that we have a lot of experience and leadership on the team. We have 7 seniors. We have 8 juniors. That is a lot of experience. A lot of these boys have been playing at a very young age, turf tot level, and all the way up, starting at 4 with the rec league, moving all the way up into even middle school and high school levels. So there's a lot of experience, but this would be, to my knowledge, their first time going to states, correct?
Yes.
So that is a new wrinkle to it, but with that experience, hopefully it can bring them some hardware back.
Yeah, and that may very well be very well be the difference in the game with experience tonight. With us having 7 seniors and looking at Sherman's roster, Sherman has no seniors. So they're a very young squad.
Yeah, I have 7 sophomores, 8 juniors, and 1 freshman on the Sherman squad. So, yes, no seniors at all.
So, assuming everybody comes back next year, the coach is going to have his team back in its entirety, in addition to however many freshmen he takes in into the program.
And there's the middle school has a good team, both boys and, well, it's a co-ed team, but they have a lot of good players that could be moving up next year and in the years to come, even all the way down to the rec level at the U12 and below. There's a lot of experience there that's going to be moving up here over the next 6, 8 years.
Right.
So hopefully this is the first trip of many that we might be going to.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Zach, break down for us. Give us a little bit of history of Zach. You've got there's no question you have the soccer experience up here in the booth. Where did your journey begin? When did it begin? When did you get involved in soccer? What is your role in soccer now? Just share that with us, would you?
Okay. Of course, I'm a local here in Braxton. I'm a teacher down at the middle school, 6th grade science. I started my soccer adventure, let's call it, coaching the turf tots. So that's the little 4-year-olds. My daughter wanted to play, and they didn't have a coach, and of course, the parents always get pulled into it. And, of course, I knew nothing about it. I came to school here at Braxton. We did not have soccer when I was in school here. So at that age, it's really a lot of drills and chase the ball.
Right.
And I've coached, probably 6 or 7 years at the rec level. It got to the point where the skill was getting a little beyond my coaching ability, so I switched into reffing, and I've been reffing at the youth level for about 4 years now. This was my 4th season, and I'm even interested in possibly coming into the middle school and high school reffing world.
How beneficial has that been to you as you progressed learning the game, do you think, being an official?
When you get to see it from the laws of the game point of view, it really helps when you can teach the kids what is allowable, what's not allowable, what they could possibly get away with and still be legal, because soccer is a physical sport. It's not a, stay 3 yards away from each other.
Exactly.
They're out there, they're pushing, they're charging each other, and as long as it's done safely and correctly, it's not a foul. So that can really benefit a team that knows how to do that properly.
Well, you had the call this past Monday with the Eagles and Webster, and really, you guys did a great job. Enjoyed the broadcast. That was a pretty physical game at times, was it not?
Yes, it was. And the ref and crew did an excellent job. That when it got too physical, they were on top of it quick. There was at least 2 or 3 yellow cards thrown out, which isn't the worst thing. It's just a more serious warning than a foul.
Right.
And that let both teams know that type of play is not going to continue. And both teams did excellent. Did get a little chippy there about the last 3 minutes down here on the touchline, closest to the stands. Understandable, emotions are up, especially on the Webster's side. Not that it was all the Webster team that was being a little chippy, but it seemed to come a little bit more from them. But when you're losing and your season's ending, that's understandable. But the refs were on top of it. They didn't let it escalate,
Right.
And they did an excellent job. And hopefully the crew here today can live up to what they did Monday, I believe.
There you go.
Yeah, I thought both teams made some pretty good adjustments to understanding what was allowable with those early yellow cards. Mm-hmm. And it seemed like that they stayed within the letter of the law from then on out till, like you said, till about 3 minutes left in the ball game. And of course, emotions running high at that point.
Yeah, and you really have to be careful as our Eagles boys, because they're the team to beat. They're the team that the other teams are gunning for.
Yeah,
they've
got the target on their back.
Yes, exactly. It's almost the curse of going undefeated because everyone's giving you their best.
Right.
And at times, they're worse when it comes to penalties, because if you can get a player on our squad a red card, they're out for at least 1 game. They're out for that game and the next game. So that could really be a problem as we move into potentially the state tournament.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because that was going to be my next question for you. We don't want anybody getting a red card, anybody. But there are penalties for that, and you have a limited amount of games in the state tournament.
Yes.
That could be detrimental to your squad just because you wanted to get a little chippy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So hopefully that doesn't happen. If it does, thankfully we have a huge squad and we have plenty of boys that can, step in there and next man up. But we definitely have some players and starters that we'd like to see out there for the remainder of the season, however long that might be.
Have you been able to catch quite a few of the Eagle games this season?
I've got about 4 of them down, not as many as I like. The problem of having, young children is
Right.
you don't always get to get out to everything you want to. So
Absolutely. What have you seen out of the games that you've watched? What have you seen out of the Eagles that really catches your eye or that you really like about this squad?
I've seen a lot of teamwork. I've seen a lot of trust between the players and knowing that their teammates are going to be there when they need. I've seen a lot of big legs. I mean, I've seen some of those balls cooked into the goal.
Yeah.
So a lot of that is going to benefit them moving on. I've seen solid defense from them also. So not only our offensive players, but our defensive players, when the attack is being pressed to them, they're able to step up. And if you look through their schedule, it shows there's a lot of 0 for games here. There are
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, at least 10 games where they, didn't let the other team score. That's not just the goalkeeper's job. It starts with the defense first. The goalkeeper is the last resort.
I was going to say he's the last defense.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty amazing stat looking at what they've done through the year, both offensively and defensively. Braxton's had a total of 175 goals and 7 goals allowed. So
Yeah, in
that's
21 games.
In 21 games. So, they've done well on both sides of the ball. We hope they can continue to do that tonight.
Yeah, and looking at Sherman, their numbers aren't bad either for the season. 71 goals this season, and they've only allowed 16. So,
Yeah, and both teams have played some quality schools. They're not playing. They haven't all been schools that are new to soccer.
Right.
They're schools that have years of soccer experience also. So that matters, and they're showing up and coming home with the W's. So.
well, and looking at similar opponents, a lot of green highlighted because they've played multiple teams. The only difference is, and everybody's won. The only difference is the Bluefield game for Braxton versus the Bluefield game for Sherman. Sherman tied Bluefield 1-1, and the Eagles did get the victory in that Bluefield game 10-0. But that could be a skewing statistic as well. Did Bluefield not have certain personnel that they did have against Sherman? Was Sherman down? Did they have some people injured, sick? A lot of factors go into that, so you can't just go by those scores.
Yeah, I'd like to know a little bit more what the other schools have done through the year and how their teams have been. That's one thing I haven't had the opportunity to as much.
Right. We're going to step aside as they honor America. Back in just moments here in Braxton Live.
Dr. Chad Lancaster, DDS, offers comprehensive quality care for the entire family. The practice handles all levels of dental work, from a basic cleaning or root canal to implants or referrals to other specialists. With a convenient location in Gassaway and a friendly staff awaiting your arrival, they can help you maintain a happy and healthy smile. The office is open Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Schedule your appointment with Dr. Lancaster's dental office by calling 304-364-8565.
WVU Medicine Braxton County Memorial Hospital has been providing high-quality health care close to home since 1981. We are committed to the communities we serve and strive every day to make a difference in our patients' lives. At Braxton County Memorial Hospital, our caring and compassionate staff are here to assist you with your needs, including, but not limited to, an emergency department that provides acute care services to patients of all ages 24 hours a day.
No matter how much you clean, it feels like dust is still everywhere. With your traditional cooling and heating system only having one filter, keeping your house dust and allergen free is an uphill battle. With Mitsubishi Electric's Zoned Comfort Solutions, you can breathe easy. Our advanced filtration is constantly cleaning the air directly in each room or zone. With removable, cleanable filters, a healthier home is within your reach.
Welcome back to Braxton Live, the regional final between your Braxton County Eagles and the Tide of Sherman. As we get ready, the winner punches their ticket to states. Now, Zach, let me ask you a question. Are you ready?
Shoot.
Can't end this game in a tie tonight, buddy.
No, you cannot. If that happens, they will go into extra time. At the high school level, I'm not going to be 100% sure what it is. It should be at least half of a quarter, so 20 minutes. It could be possibly 10 minutes. If that continues into a tie, they will go into penalty kicks.
Okay.
Penalty kicks, 5 kicks for each team. Person or team that gets the most kicks in is the winner.
There we go.
And to my knowledge, you have to take penalty kicks from the players that are on the field. You cannot sub somebody in for penalty kicks. Okay, that's how it is at the rec level. I'm assuming, sometimes that can get you in trouble, but I think that's also how it is at the high school level.
So what we're saying as the crew tonight, to the best of our knowledge.
There we go. Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Really, it looks like the rain has moved out a little bit. It looks like so far it's a nice evening. It could get sloppy, but it's been supposed to rain all day. It could be a nice evening for soccer. But we're about to get underway here at Eagle Field. Sherman had quite a haul up here.
Oh, they sure did. I mean, that's
a journey.
Yes.
Get off the bus or out of the vehicle, and 40 minutes later you're playing soccer.
Where's Sherman out of?
They're out of Seth, West Virginia, down in Boone County.
Oh, wow. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
A long trip on old 119 right out of there?
Yep. Eagles down into their territory quickly. Nice blast. Nice block by Sherman. Can't get that young man's number. Should have brought my binoculars.
Sherman 12.
12, there we go.
That would be Chase Mills.
There's that, and Zach, there's that defense you're talking about.
Yep.
He used his body to block.
Okay, and starting right off, we got a corner kick. These are a great opportunity to get goals. You have a lot going on right there in the middle. It's easy to get a, header, even a deflection into the goal. So,
and nothing for the Eagles right there. So defended well by the Tide.
That was Peyton Sharp there on the corner kick.
So get ready here to put this ball back into play. You can tell it hasn't rained much because they just kicked dust up there in the center of the field. These athletes out here just kind of filling each other out to get this game underway.
We got some kind of whistle. Looks like we got a free kick. Not sure who it's on. It's for Sherman.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't even hear the whistle. Did anybody else?
No.
You have 2 types of direct free kicks. You have the indirect free kick, which cannot go straight into a goal. It needs to go to another player before being allowed in the goal. And a direct free kick, which can be kicked right into the goal. Usually your direct free kicks are going to be more of your physical type fouls,
right,
and your indirect free kicks are going to be more of your procedural fouls.
We got a lot of intel.
Sure
up
do.
here this evening.
Yeah, I'll help you out there.
Yeah, we're tickled to death to have you, man. It's been a good battle so far. That right there would have hurt me. Kicked that ball right into that, right into Robert Meyer's stomach. Whew.
There was a few free kicks in the last game where it's not uncommon that you see a wall in front of the kick.
Yep.
And I'll try to highlight it for the audience here when we get one. But the bravery and the guts it takes to stand 10 yards away from someone that's about to kick a ball 60-plus miles at you is I don't know if I could do it. So.
Yeah, I'd probably take one right to the face there.
Yeah.
I've had a few bounce off me as a ref at the youth level with 10, 11, 12-year-olds that, didn't tickle. So I can only imagine how these high school boys can whip them.
Exactly. Kind of playing down on Sherman's end a lot, but just struggling to find the net to this point. This is kind of a culmination of multiple sports because you see a lot of these guys will use their body to box out, to seal the defender away from the ball. It's pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, you're absolutely true about that. A lot of basketball moves can become, and there we go.
Eagles
First
find
goal.
the net, yeah.
That'd be Zach McQueen with the goal there.
All right, Zach, give us the call. Give us the go. There we go.
And we only had to wait 3 minutes and 53 seconds for that one.
There we go. Let's do it again. That was a pretty good call right there, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that little.
Well,
Right off the goalie's foot there.
yeah, the goal, when you're a keeper, you need to get down on top of that ball and secure it as soon as possible. And, that could be a little bit of the nerves coming in. Could be some of the youth that Sherman has, not having a lot of experience. Let's see.
Another little run for the Eagles here.
As long as Sherman's roster is up to date, that was Ryan Mollahan as the Sherman's goalkeeper, and he is only a sophomore. So,
Well, depending on how much he's been in that position this season, if he's been pretty much their go-to keeper, only allowing 16 goals on the season is pretty solid.
yes, it is. Absolutely, it is. But that's also one of those positions that you just can't throw anybody in.
Yeah.
You really have to, as all the positions, but particularly goalkeeper, you have to work at it. You have to want to be a goalkeeper to be the best that you can be.
So with that being said, as we watch good defense by the Tide right there, what are some traits that of course you've coached? What are some traits that you look for? What are you looking for in a goalie?
Okay, you want someone that's tough because obviously they're getting balls whipped at them. It's not uncommon that they bounce off them. Hands, arms, body. You want somebody that can be a leader because the goalkeeper sees the entire field
Right.
and they see it throughout the game. You want someone that has big, strong legs because they're doing goal kicks. They're sending the ball upfield. You want someone that's patient and can shake off the goals and mistakes when they happen. Like we said earlier, there's a defense, and the goalkeeper is the last line of that defense.
Right.
But they take on a lot of pressure because of that too. So a lot of mistakes can happen up the field, but you don't want the mistake between the crossbars with the goalkeeper to happen. So someone that can just shake that off, get it over, on to the next play. So
He sounds like we do. Another thing, things we've coached, short-term memory.
Yeah.
You got to have a short memory. Shake it off and keep playing.
yeah, it's a long game, and if you let it get you down at 33 minutes into the or 6 minutes into the first quarter, it's going to be a very long game for you.
Absolutely.
I can tell you one thing. Number 7 for Sherman has a pretty good strength as far as his throw in. That's Hudson Van Adder. He did the last couple throw ins.
Nice form.
Yeah, he can get her down. He can get it down the field pretty good.
It is amazing to me watch. There's so much. You don't see quite as much heading as you do at the girls level as you do the boys level. Mm-hmm. Even when our girls played here at the high school, there wasn't quite as many young ladies willing to head the ball as there are guys.
Sure. Yeah, that's probably just the fun and the enjoyability of it, getting out there. Plus, everything looks good, when you're heading it into the goal, or there's those few plays that everybody wants to see, and, a header is one of them.
You watch these guys, they're just wanting to use their hands as much as they can, and they're not allowed.
I'm not familiar with every single player on the team, but I know there is a good group of them that have played since that young level, have came up in the rec league. So there are a lot of them that are very familiar with the rules, and Zach McQuain's one of them. I know.
Callister.
Yep.
Probably.
Callister. Let's look at the Anderson brothers have both been out there for quite a while.
Peyton Sharp.
Yep. So there's definitely a lot of experience with the rules, with knowing what they can get away with, and we told the young kids, no picking up the ball, it's on fire. So I have a 3-year-old, and she'll probably play turf toss next year, and we've already started it at the house because we just finished our youth soccer season, and it's constant. Ball's on fire, ball's on fire.
Right. Long distance shot there on goal. Sails wide right.
I think that was Peyton Sharp. I'm not for sure. Well, it might have been Robert Myers. I'm not for sure who had that.
We were counting on you, JD.
Hey, I was kind of napping there for a minute. No, I'm just kidding. I was watching on this side of the field there.
I'm amazed at how they touch and pass with their feet. It just amazes me.
And a lot of them's almost like in basketball, a touch pass. I mean, there's that ball came into the middle of the field. Young man there just let it glance off his foot right back out to the outside.
Yep.
Very quickly. That's tough on a goalie.
It is. Then that first touch is extremely important as a player. You want to be able to cushion it in, bring it in, settle it, eyes up field, knowing where you're going to go next. A lot of the time you'll see that the players are in this almost triangle formation, so you always know that you have a player that you can quickly get a pass to. And then you're just looking for the open seams and open alleys, just like you would on a American football field. You know, you get that open lane and you take it to it.
Yep.
Oh, 4-on-2 right there. Sherman had numbers for sure.
They got to be careful about that because you get 4-on-1.
Yep.
That leaves a lot of other people open.
Yep.
And one thing that is Braxton's exhibited all season long is we have multiple players can get the ball in the goal.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that'd be a nice stat to see of our, what do we have, 175 total. How many different players scored that 175? I mean, off the top of my head, I could say probably 6 at least, right? If
absolutely.
not more.
I know that Austin Smars had several goals this season. In fact, he had 6 last game. Leading scorer, Zach McQuain. Peyton Sharp's had several goals. Right. Rams Bottoms had several. There is a lot of different scorers on this team.
Yeah, when you have a team with that many weapons, it really makes the season
exciting.
Absolutely.
Well, this is the third game I've been able to see of the Eagles, and they're definitely having to work for it in this contest so far.
Well, the nice thing we've seen so far about the game is most, just like a typical Braxton game, they do a very good job of keeping the pressure on the other team.
Right.
That ball stays in the opponent's zone a lot.
Yeah, Sherman had a chance earlier where they had a shot on goal, but since then it's been all one-sided so far.
We hope it continues that way.
Absolutely.
I know we're supposed to be impartial, but it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
It says Braxton Live on it.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
We're tickled to death to be showcasing all these kids, but we're pulling for Braxton.
Uh-huh. What a throw-in by a Sherman player there.
Yeah, it's number 4, Hudson Van Adder.
Yeah. I mean,
he's got some guns right there. And what year is he?
I'm sorry, that was Gavin Burdett, number 4.
He's a junior. Being 6 foot helps. He's got a lot more. Got
leverage.
A bigger, lot of leverage, longer arms. Yep.
And it's not uncommon that you find that there's 1-2 players that are mainly taking your throw in, depending on which side of the field that they're on.
Right.
Because it is a skill. Of course, you can get better at it, but some players just have a knack for it, and it shows. Zach McQuain moving right in there. Nice pass. Josh Anderson. Oh, that might be a foul right there. That looked like he was a little
little chippy.
Yeah, a little chippy right down in the box.
Yeah. Austin Smar got knocked down there.
We see this player right here. That's almost an extension of the arms, and that's where it goes from a legal charge to a foul. It's okay to be shoulder to shoulder,
Right.
and even have the arms up, elbows in, like you're holding a shield.
Right.
But once that arm gets extended out, that's a push, that's a shove, that's a foul.
Well, you've been officiating for what you said 4 years now.
Yep.
What do you find are some of the, because you're watching 20 kids and there's only 3 of you officials.
And at the youth level, it's usually one of us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good point. What's some of the that you find toughest situations or things you have to do as an official?
I mentioned this on the last broadcast I was on. I'm not a huge fan of slide tackles. I just think that it's a tough play as a ref to see cleanly.
Yeah.
It's not just because you got the ball first, it's okay. So that's something I don't particularly enjoy. At the youth level, you get a lot of wild kicks. When you have space, it's not so much of a problem. But when you have other players around, the leg comes up over the waistline, and that's not something that's a dangerous play.
Right.
So that's something you see a little easier to see. Some of those trips are tough. It's tough to tell what's a trip and what's just feet being tangled up naturally and not a foul.
Right.
So a lot of that comes with experience. You're gonna miss some calls. That's natural. You got to stick by your calls, move on, and try the absolute best you can.
Well, Zach McQuain took another shot at goal there, just a little wide.
The boy came out with authority. What was great to set that up is Sherman got the ball down across midfield, and the Eagles, with 2 heads, got it down back here. We have the football lines down to about the 25 with just 2 heads. Ball never hit the ground. Very impressive.
They're pushing right now. There's another shot on goal.
Yep. I believe that was Austin Smar with a shot there again.
Yep, number 15, Austin Smar.
We just need to find the back of the net a little bit more. I'd like to get a little cushion.
Makes it a lot more comfortable when you know you've got 3 or 4 goals up on them.
Yes. Yes, because obviously we know Sherman can score a lot as well. So you don't want to let a team that's pretty dangerous stick around with only a 1-0 lead.
I believe this is Gavin Burdett again with the throw in. The young man definitely can get the ball in.
Yes, he can. With that ability, that's as good as a corner kick.
Oh, yeah.
From right there.
Absolutely.
And he's got more. I'm not going to say more because these guys have some great control of the ball and off the foot. But, man, he's got great control and really can put that ball where he wants it.
And off a throw-in, there's no offsides. So it's a good time to have a set play with a player that can, attack the goal right away. So you have to be mindful of that, both as an offensive player and a defensive player.
Rams bottom there with the well, I thought it was going to be him, but it's going to be Zach McQuain with the throw in here.
Oh, what a beautiful play and attempt and a great stop by the keep.
Yeah, Peyton Sharp on the shot there. Just went right at it. The
Yep.
keep.
And he was smart to just do a little finesse and not try to power that in. Because sometimes that's all you need. If he could have got a little bit of an angle on that, that probably would have been another goal. Instead, it went straight to the keeper, but that's the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah.
Nearing the halfway point in this contest. That right there was a kidney.
Yeah.
I could just saw it fall on the field. I'm always amazed when they're full. They look like they're flying full speed, and they can just thread needles and just touch that ball down the field.
Yep, that's the a lot of drills, a lot of practice, a lot of footwork. Keeping eyes up, light touches so the ball's not getting too far away from you. I'd like to see on those through passes if they could find some teammates a little bit more and just a tad bit more passes when they got all that open field.
I think this is Eli McAllister there with a throw in for Braxton. Looks like he's going to get another opportunity to throw in again.
Sometimes it goes that way. You work your way quicker down the field with throw-ins sometimes.
Zach McQueen over pinned in that sideline there for a little while. Ransbottom's battling now. He's a quick little rascal.
Oh, like I said, last game I referred to him as like a little gnat.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I mean, he was everywhere.
Yep, look at these passes. Nice passes through.
Oh, great deflection.
Yep.
I think that was Vanatter that deflected it, I think.
We'll see a better view. Yep, just right off.
Yep.
Right
That was
off
number
his
50, Jackson
outside
McCormick.
leg.
There.
Okay, yeah. No keeper needed.
Yep. Peyton Sharp here with a corner kick.
Let's find a net here. That's the only thing. That ball gets up in the air or bounces, and it's just tough to get it settled right there with all that traffic.
But all that traffic can be an advantage also because it blinds the keeper.
Ah, very, very good vantage point.
Yep.
That Tide's not going away. I'll tell you that. They're gritty. Seven on 3. Whew, that's hard to get a goal when you're outnumbered like that, isn't it?
Yep.
Looks like we're going to get another opportunity to corner kick there. Peyton Sharp will be taking it.
Let's put it in this time. What do you guys think?
That'd be nice. I'm feeling it.
We'll take it.
No.
Josh Anderson charging up.
Oh,
Really hard to make a goal sometimes from that angle because there's not much net available.
Yep, absolutely. You really got to put a curve on it.
well, you guys had one in Monday night's contest. Showed the replay, and that thing, it did look like a curve or a slider.
Yes, it did. Yeah, I believe that might have been Jamie Nettles or
Yeah, I can't
maybe
remember.
Anderson.
I can't
One of the
remember.
Anderson boys was, he was taking them 3 or 4 from 20, 30 yards out.
Oh, just a little
Just
bit.
wide left. Good spot.
Sighting them in.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a couple more get in there. Making me nervous.
I said this is where the goal comes from is when
Yeah.
you're on the edge of your seat from, shots on goal like that for 30 minutes. You want to let it out like
Yeah.
that. So,
Absolutely. That would have been me right there. Whiff on the ball.
Oh,
That was a good job by Anderson.
there
Keep
we
it
go.
alive.
See,
Oh,
back. Beautiful play.
Just couldn't get it settled enough.
He pulled these five Sherman players over to the right, and that left the Braxton player wide open in the center. And that's what we need to see more of.
I really like that pin, man.
Yeah, no, it's a nice,
That
nice
is so
new
cool,
toy.
isn't it? Yeah.
Trying to find opportunities to use it more. Get in there quick.
Well, I like it.
Moving up here in the Eagles' nest, huh?
Yeah, boy. Oh, if we'd have hit somebody on the backside. Boy, that would have been wide open spaces right there. Yeah,
right in. Looked like it hit him right in the face, but hey, that's Austin. He's tougher than a pine knot.
Sherman with a through ball. It's been the first time they've been on their half, and
Probably about 7-8 minutes
Yeah,
there,
it
it seems
is.
like.
Well, it gives me a lot more hope when we have it down on this end.
yes.
A lot. I'd say we're going to see it flop it up. Yep, he gets through. Eagles negate their opportunity, and here we come down to the tight end.
It looked like that might have went off the foot a little funny.
Yeah, it looks like it went off the side of his foot just a little bit odd. Might have been the fact that we get some strange bounces on this field
Yeah,
once in a while.
that seen some uses this season for sure.
I'm going to ask you a question, Zach.
Shoot.
In the rec league that you're in, do you all get the opportunity, because it does change the game, on turf, artificial turf, any?
A little bit, mainly at the tournaments that
Okay.
we play. Nicholas hosts a tournament every year. There's a few tournaments down at the Shawnee Complex.
Yep.
Those are all turf fields. It's definitely a lot nicer. The ball rolls cleaner. We have a very nice little complex out here, but it's the same way. There's holes in the field. There's dips in the field. The volunteers try the best they can to fill them, but when you just have so many games and so many cleats going up and down them 4, 5, 6 times every weekend, it's really tough to keep them in excellent shape.
Yeah, no
So,
doubt. Great opportunity if we can get a leg in, get clear traffic.
if everything works out here in 5, 6 years, maybe we'll have one of them beautiful fields up this way.
That would be nice.
That would be nice.
Yep.
Another shot on the goal by Peyton Sharp there. Wasn't on goal. It was a little high. It'd have been a good 3-point field goal.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
once again, we are putting shots at the net. Sooner or later, you hope a few of those goes in. As long as we keep this pressure up, I think that we'll have pretty good opportunity.
Yep, they'll find their air. Ooh.
Once again, a little wide
Yeah.
right there. We had a perfect opportunity there. Had 2 shots at goal there.
That almost looked like went in from the view on the monitor up here.
It didn't lack much, it didn't look like.
Yeah.
About a ball width.
Close, yep.
Yeah.
If he could have found that alley right there instead, that would have been 2.
Yep. Austin Smart once again getting another shot on goal.
That's almost a 30-yard throw in.
Yeah. It's impressive.
It really is.
Yeah, we're coming down to the good end of the field here.
They are look like that probably should have been a throw in on for the Eagles.
That's what
not
I thought as well. I
Sherman,
wasn't.
but, well,
I'm not on the field making the
Yep.
call.
Nope. Not always the easiest.
But like you said, stick with your call and
Nope.
what amazes me as well, these guys will spin around, kick the ball with the back of their foot, maintain control of their body and control of the ball all at the same time. Got a great battle going down here. Oh, what a shot.
Good save by the keeper.
Was that Aaron Anderson?
I believe it was.
Yep.
That's where.
Oh,
that,
yeah.
yeah, that's where that
He's that sharpshooter.
Yeah, that's where that 6'3" frame comes in handy as a
Yep.
goaltender.
He probably had 5 or 6 of those Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? He missed 5 of them, but he made 1 of them, and that's all that matters.
That's right. Got a lot of white jerseys down there. Typically, our Eagles are outnumbered just about every time.
Yeah, and that's for Sherman. I mean, it's important to keep up your defense, but if they have the opportunity for a nice through ball, they're not going to have any offensive players down the line. See, look at this. We have 1 Sherman player because they are playing such a stout defense and holding them all back.
It's almost like they're playing not to lose.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's the right way to play, that's the wrong way to play, but it really limits your opportunity for those fast break goals.
Right.
I believe they called a foul there. That was a big time collision in the field there.
That was almost a slobber knock right there.
Nice cross would be.
Yeah, the cross there, you had Smaller sitting out in front of the goal, but I just don't think with 2 players on him, he could get a foot on it.
It can be tough.
Head did have some help on the backside, but that angle, you just can't get it back.
Yeah.
Kick back that far.
So we're going to get another corner kick here this time. Whoa, quick kick.
I don't think that was how the coach drew that up. Keeper went up for that one, didn't he?
Yep. So once a keeper makes contact with the ball and on the ground like that, if he has 1 finger on it, it's his possession and he cannot be challenged for it.
Right.
If the ball is moving, if it's loose, he's reaching and grabbing for it, that's a challengeable ball. But as soon as he has 1 finger, clearly possessed it, you are no longer allowed to challenge him for it.
And I'm sure that is a rule for safety.
Yes,
of
absolutely.
The keeper.
Especially when they're down on the ground like that, because
he's right there at eye level with lots of feet.
Yep. So that initial bobble, if we had someone a little closer, you could have went for it, but then he had it, and they made the right call by not pressing him anymore.
Yeah, here's the replay.
Yeah, there's
Yep. So bobble, right there. It is free. Then it's in possession.
Yep, gotcha. Nice use of the pin, Zach.
Yeah.
Good box out there.
Yep, Sherman's going to get a throw in here.
Looks like number 7, Hudson Vanatter, I think. Is that right?
Yeah, I believe so. He's pretty good at throwing this ball in as well.
Yep.
Yep, Blaine Hines did a good job there with the save.
Yes. Keep it up, Blaine. We want you to be challenged no more tonight.
So this is another new rule change that they just implemented this year. The goalkeeper, now has 8 seconds to release the ball once it's in their possession and they're up. The ref should give them a 3 count and then put up 5, visually 5 seconds, and count them down. If they do not get it out in those 8 seconds, it's a corner kick.
Wow.
And then if they continue to violate that 8 seconds, it goes to a yellow card, corner kick, yellow card.
And I'm sure it's to keep from stalling.
Absolutely, yes. Yes, because it was definitely more at the higher level, at the professional level. You'd have the goalkeeper holding on to the ball for a minute,
Right.
Which isn't necessary.
Oh,
Off the crossbar.
off the crossbar. Couldn't get in either goal.
Yeah, not 100% sure which crossbar that went off, but it went off one of them.
It was a laser. I know that.
Yep. The goalie touched it. And
Deflected.
Looks like the rain's picked up a little bit.
Yes. Unless they're sweating that bad. Nice. Oh, can we find it in? There it is. Give it to us, Zach.
Goal! Braxton 2.
Hey, we got a little bit more. Whenever Braden Short, wasn't it, JD?
That's Peyton Sharp.
Peyton Sharp.
Yep, beautiful cross back to Peyton, and just a nice finesse touch right into the corner of the goal.
We are liking that.
Eventually, what we're probably going to see, maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, out of Sherman is they're probably going to start taking a few more chances.
Yeah.
Once Braxton gets a little bit of a lead on them.
Absolutely, because if they're just holding back, then they're not going to have that opportunity at all. And we saw that in the Webster game. They did something very similar. They started the game off. They had 9 players back in the box on Braxton's half, and they just played defense, defense, defense. They came out into the second half, and for the first 10 minutes, they were really pressing the attack.
Well, that was a nice pass in toward
Yeah.
Austin Smarr there. I think it was Ransbottom that made the pass, but just a little bit too long for him.
Little too strong, wasn't it?
It's a good idea.
Yep, right positioning, just too much muscle on it. Easy, boys, talk to each other.
It's pretty good.
Hudson Van Adder again here with a throw in,
And he can launch it from
and
there.
he can launch it. I expect it to be very close down to in front of the goal.
Yeah, we wonder how the rain's going to affect the throw, and it didn't look like it affected him too much, but big shot on goal.
A little high, a little right.
Yep. Now you see the keepers wear gloves, which is not only for their protection because those balls come in hot, but they also do add a little bit of grip for when the ball is wet.
Do they maintain the tackiness when they are wet pretty well?
Yeah, that I'm not 100% sure. I'd say it depends on the ball or
Right.
the glove, the quality of it. Could probably help maybe with a little tape at halftime and tape it, take the tape off, help get it a little tacky.
Or I'm sure some keeps probably have more than one pair, maybe.
Yep,
Put on a dry pair for the second half.
I'm sure. Yes. Dangerous. There we go.
Don't like to see that ball bouncing. Well, on our behalf, we do.
Yeah. No, and
Sherman, you don't want to have it bouncing around with the.
And that's where the goalkeeper's leadership and being a leader down on that end of the field to let them know this is my ball. He needs to communicate with his guys. So you don't have that mix-up where you think, oh, I'm getting it, you're getting it, no one gets it to our advantage for a goal. We want to see that. I'm sure the Sherman fans do not.
Yeah.
Right there's a good example. He does such a good job, Zach McQueen, using the back of his foot. We got a whistle blow there. What do we have here, Zach?
I'm not 100% sure. You didn't see a signal. When it is hand straight up, that is a indirect free kick, and it needs to go. It has to go to another player before. If it's straight out, it's a direct free kick. Here's that wall that I talked about earlier. These three players are going to try to block the goal, and sometimes they take that ball straight to the gut, straight to the face. A lot of times you'll see them turn and give it to their backer. There, just like that. Oh, what a shot.
What a shot indeed.
Oh.
Nice shot for Peyton Sharp.
It's so common that most of them think to go high, and you see these players jump. And Peyton did excellent. Kept that ball on the ground. Threaded the needle. Who was that?
That was
Smar
Austin
had to
Smar.
get out of the way of that one.
I don't know. He may have redirected it there just a little bit. I don't know. Let's see on the replay here. You can't even tell.
Yeah,
Can't tell.
yeah, 50 there standing right in front of him, blocking us from. So what you see at the professional level now is not only when they make the wall, they have players that jump, but they'll have a player lay down on the ground behind the wall
To prevent that.
To prevent that, yes. Oh, another nice. Once again, just a
Nice little
tad bit too much on that, but what a beautiful cross and play.
Just ran out of real estate.
Yep. You keep pressing and you keep getting those opportunities.
I also saw in that replay, as we slowed it down, exactly what you're talking about. There were a lot of people in front of that keeper, so now his vision is blocked.
Yeah, it's tough for him to see. It's tough to see where that ball's coming from. It's like you need those players there to help fill up the net, but having those players can be a detriment to you also.
We're feeling a little bit better now with that 3-0 cushion.
Yep.
That doesn't mean we want the ball to go to that end of the field, but
No.
good redirect about to expire this half, so clear it out. That'll definitely take us to halftime.
Yeah, JJ Johnson did a very good job of getting that out of there.
Yes, he did. 3-0 here. Regional final. We're going to step aside for some words from our sponsors as the Eagles and the Tide go in and get dry right here on Braxton Live.
With 2 huge and fully stocked locations, Mountaineer RV and Outdoor Center is your adventure headquarters. Whether you see yourself in a motorized RV, a big fifth wheel, or a travel trailer, or an adventure camper, our Mountaineer RV team will help you start making memories. We have everything. Service available at both locations. Over 225 new and pre-owned RVs on both lots. And the largest parts and accessories stores available at both locations. Mountaineer RV and Outdoor Center is here for you. Come join the MTRV family.
Get a large 2-topping Crazy Crust pizza for $6.99 from Little Caesars. Look at that buttery flavored garlic spread sprinkled with Parmesan. Try Crazy Crust for $6.99 for a limited time.
Pizza, pizza.
But wait, I need to mention how there's over a dozen toppings to choose from.
Pizza, pizza.
But wait, I want to reiterate how legit this Crazy Crust is. It's good. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza, pizza.
But wait! Gotcha!
Whether you're feeding cattle, milking cows, or baling hay, the work on your farm is never done, which is why you need equipment that works as hard as you do. From farm-all compact and utility tractors to balers and mowers, Case IH equipment gives you the efficiency and the versatility you need to get things done. To learn more, visit caseih.com/livestock.
The Roach Funeral Home's goal is to give the families we serve a warm and relaxed home to come to during the difficult moments in their lives. To facilitate meaningful and respectful ways for families to grieve their loss and celebrate the memories of their loved ones, we are guided by the concept of fundamental honesty and fairness in everything we do. We offer traditional funeral and cremation services. We also offer pre-need consultations where planning ahead can make all the difference to your family. At the Roach Funeral Home, the friendship of those we serve is the foundation of our business.
Do you have a favorite Mexican dish? What could make that favorite Mexican dish even more special? By enjoying it with family and friends at El Gallo Mexican Restaurant in Flatwoods. We are located conveniently at exit 67 in the Flatwoods Center. Our authentic dishes are made with you in mind. We look forward to seeing you here with us. We're open daily at 11 a.m.
Score big this fall with GoMart. Every Saturday through the end of October, GoMart Rewards members earn triple points on all purchases. And while you rack up on rewards points, be sure to scan the QR code in-store for more ways to win. Each scan is a chance to score the ultimate tailgating package with a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, and more. GoMart is your hookup for the football season. Visit the GoMart app or gomart.com to learn more. GoMart is the official convenience store of WVU Athletics.
Are you looking for a new Chevy to support the Braxton County Eagles? Then we have them here in Flatwoods at Midstage Chevrolet, I-79, exit 67 in Flatwoods. Huge selection, great deals, and our 10-year, 150,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Come get your new Chevy and show your Eagle pride this year from the Eagles partner, Midstage Chevrolet, I-79, exit 67 in Flatwoods. MidstageChevy.com. Chevy, together let's drive.
Hello, this is Mike Keller, head football coach at Glenville State University. This year, Pioneer Nation is taking our show on the road across the state of West Virginia for our home away from home games. We'll be on the road at Elkview, Spencer, Clarksburg, Parkersburg, and Somersville. So grab your friends, put on your blue and white, let's pack those stands and support the Pioneers at our home away from home games.
Let's go Pioneers!
You brought the photo book?
Oh, you know it. How cute, look at that face.
Oh,
oh, what memories.
Mountaineer RV and Outdoor Center, creating memories that will last a lifetime.
Welcome back to the regional final here on Braxton Live between your Braxton County Eagles and the Sherman Tide. And 3-0 Braxton here at the half. And let's recap those goals, Zach.
Okay, we have 3 goals right now. We have Zach McQuain moving the ball up. He's going around a few different defenders and just a beautiful touch. Not a huge power touch. It mainly deflected off the keeper's foot, as you'll see right here on the bottom left of your screen. And sometimes that's all you need. It doesn't always have to be a power shot.
Right.
Those finesse shots can get it done just as much as a power shot can.
Here's the Eagles' second goal.
Got a beautiful cross over to Austin Smart, correct?
Say that again, Jay.
So that was Peyton Sharp there on that one.
And then this one, again, you see the wall here. The gentlemen from Sherman are gonna jump, and made the right call by keeping that ball on the ground. Most people are going to think jump for a power shot, and they made the right call by keeping it on the ground, threaded the needle. I know there's a Braxton player right here in front of the Sherman defender, and I think he did an excellent job of blocking the goalkeeper's view of that ball coming in.
Yeah, and like I said, it was Peyton Sharp with his second goal there, and Austin Smaller, number 15, did a really good job of screening right there, making it very difficult, which also put another Sherman defender right there with him too, which also made that view pretty difficult.
A lot
for
of
the goalie.
bodies down there that blocks the goalkeeper's line of sight. You need those defenders down there, but it's a double-edged sword, right? It's a blessing and a curse. You need them, you want them, but they can also be a detriment at times.
Let me ask you this. Do you really need – you got a 6'3" goalkeeper. Do you really need them to elevate? Because he has shown throughout this evening that his hand can get to the top of the crossbar.
Sure. I don't really
You know
have
what I mean?
that. Yeah. I think it's probably just instinct almost that if you're going to stand in front of the firing squad, you're going to flinch or do something.
Yeah.
So I guess jumping and turning is just a way of kind of protecting themselves.
Right.
Because, they're not – a power shot's not going up over their head. They're 6 foot, so.
Yeah, because maybe if it's back here to 50.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, one of those.
But not that close. The closer you are, the lower you're going to have to keep that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That just was interesting.
He made a beautiful shot on that. He kept his foot up onto the top of the ball. That keeps the ball down at ground level instead of coming up under the ball, which is going to give it that rise to go up high. So, if you're a pool player, it's very similar to playing pool, right? You can put English on the ball. You can put backspin on the ball. Same thing is true in soccer. And that's how you see those nice curves. You see those lofty shots. You see those balls that stay on the ground. It's all about where you kick and placement.
Right. Well, we're going to step aside for another break. Second half coming up. Eagles lead 3-0 here on Braxton Live.
$35 for 2 pizzas.
Don't overpay. Get Little Caesars Pizza deal instead.
It's an insane deal, humans. 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each.
Wow. Grab a slice, everyone.
I cannot, for I am but a hoofed creature, forever imprisoned to a life without opposable thumbs.
Bummer. Hands are the best.
Get 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each. Online only. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza, pizza.
For me, part-time service in the West Virginia Army National Guard looks like this. As a construction engineer, I'm moving earth, building roads, and working with a great team to accomplish our mission. My service trained me how to operate heavy construction equipment, and those skills have opened up doors to a great career here at home. See how part-time service can help you build your future. Go to nationalguard.com/WV to find out more.
We're here to see Andrew.
We want to look at some campus. Hi, Andrew. We have some customers to see you. Hey, are you ready for your next adventure?
Yes.
Andrew, I think we want to buy this one. Sign here and bid your begin.
Camping, the secret to staying young at heart. Let us make you a child again. Visit Mountaineer RV and Outdoor Center, your adventure headquarters today.
Welcome back to Braxton Live. Second half of the regional final action coming up. First half, guys, very fun half.
Absolutely. We got 3 points for our boys. Kept Sherman to 0. They need to keep it up.
So what do you think the keys are to this half?
Okay, keys to this half, we got to keep that pressure up. Do not get lax on the defense because Sherman did have some shots on goal there in the first half. They had at least 3 or 4. Some of those quick throw-ins, you need to be ready. The weather could potentially play more of a factor in. The rain's coming down a little bit more. The field's going to be more slippery. The ball's going to be more slippery.
Yeah, they're in about the last 10 minutes, start seeing a lot more guys slipping and sliding a little bit. And those cleats are only going to dig in so far. And with the muddy center field, you're going to pick up a lot of mud off that surface, and it's going to impact in those cleats, and it's going to make it harder to dig in the grassier areas. Be interesting to see if Sherman changes their tactics in the second half.
Yeah, if they want to get some points on the board, they really need to, press that attack a lot more. Maybe not worry so much about the defense.
And that's one thing I've noticed in the several games I've watched at Braxton. They almost act like they believe that the best defense is a good offense. Man, they continually attack no matter what the score is. And to me, that makes the game more enjoyable.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. More fun watching all those shots on goals, making goals, and when they do get the goal, saying, goal! Yeah.
Well, one thing about it, with the Eagles on the opposite end, it's easier to see their numbers with our angle.
Yeah. It definitely seems this our left side of the field is definitely the brighter side of the field, it seems, than our right side of the field.
Yes. Now, that's the official right there. Is the official considered part of the field? Like, if that ball came across, he jumped over, but if it had hit him, does it stay in play?
Technically, no. It kind of, well, I should say, it kind of depends. If it changes the possession, it changes the play, then yes, it should be a dead ball, and they will drop to whoever had possession last.
Okay.
But if a player were to run into the official, then just like in football and many other sports, he is considered part of the field. Okay. So there would be no stoppage of the play. It would just continue.
I think it was Zach McQueen with that attempt on goal. Just ran out of real estate to get his feet adjusted.
He did. I was hoping that he would get
a little touch there.
Yeah. Take one more shot for a dribble.
I'd like to see just a few more passes. It's tough to dribble into 4 defenders and get through. Aaron Anderson coming in with a nice stop.
Yeah, it's almost like basketball. As you're drawing in those defenders, that's when you need to pass out of position.
Yep, leaving someone else open.
And there we see numbers again. 4 on 6, 7. We got bodies falling everywhere.
Yep, got a foul.
Yeah, I believe they called a foul on Joel Ramsbottom there.
He didn't mean to.
It was an accident.
You know it's starting to rain pretty good because we have these headsets on and I can hear it hitting the tin roof on top of the press box here. So we've got a pretty solid, steady rain falling out there now. Nice pass.
No, work with your team. Another beautiful through ball. Nice cross.
Oh, we have a guy open on the backside. Couldn't get it through.
And right there, that might be an effect of the weather, the wet, slick ball, and also why a first touch is so important. If you can handle and get that first touch settled and set up for a shot, that could have been our 4th goal. Right back to it. Good defense.
Is there a certain distance in which the goalie can or cannot come out?
He has a goal box. He's really not supposed to be able to touch the ball outside of the goal box. You are not allowed to deliberately pass back to the goalie and have him pick it up. So it's dangerous coming out of that goal box, especially on those quick, long balls where it could be a quick attack.
Zach McQueen there. Can he get a set there? We got an opportunity.
What a pass. That's what we need to see. And finesse.
I think that was Robert Myers, wasn't it?
Yep, that was number 4, Robert Myers with the goal there.
Outstanding.
All right.
That was Zach McQueen with the assist there.
Yep. And that's where the teamwork comes in, and seeing that you have your open players. They had the 3 defenders on Zach. That's leaving people open. Well, we had 2 defenders on Zach, wide open.
That's one thing after watching several games, and one thing that amazes me is what really helps Austin Smar, Zach McQueen, their speed.
Mm-hmm.
Those 2 individuals are exceptionally quick, and because of the fact they can get around people, they end up drawing extra defenders, and boy, it helps their teammates as well.
Oh. Yeah, a lot of these boys are going to be good in condition for basketball season coming up here in just a few weeks.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Those 2 right there are probably going to be on the 4x100 and 4x200 meter relay team as well. A lot of speed on this team. Can't leave out Jamie Nettles, too. He's probably going to be one of those sprinters in track.
And I'll be honest with you, I'm still amazed the speed in which they can control that ball. I mean, they're moving down the field. They make it look effortless.
Anderson bringing it in. Ooh.
Stacked up on top of each other.
See, because I thought that might have been a direct pass back. That's why he wasn't picking it up.
I think he was just waiting to see where our advantage was there.
We definitely do not have numbers now.
Yep, needs to wait for help.
Backside. Oh, could not get it over on that backside.
He was trying to punch it through to Peyton Sharp there for a The other thing I've noticed about Braxton, too, is once we start getting a lead, it's almost like blood in the water for Shark. I mean, they really start attacking at that point.
Well, that could be the confidence, the pressure being off a little bit when you know you got a few goals on you. Just the excitement and the joy.
You can tell that rain, and especially when that ball gets in that grass, it starting to slow it down.
Yeah, it dies pretty quick.
Yep.
Whereas on a turf field,
it'd still be rolling.
So.
Glancing blowout. Going to be a throw in for the Eagles.
Peyton Sharp with a throw in.
I like to see they got the ball boy down there drying the ball, but it almost might be like shoveling in a blizzard. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess it makes the throw in a little easier.
Yep.
Like trying to shovel snow with a fork.
Oh, yeah, definitely a whistle on that. That was a charge through the back on Sherman, number 4.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you see the extension he had. He didn't have a full-out extension, but those elbows came out and the arm extended, and especially going through the back. That's going to be a foul every day.
Especially 10 yards away from the official.
Yeah. Yep.
A little bit of a frustration foul there, I think.
So we saw that time Sherman took that third defender out of the wall, which opened up the view, right? Opened up the view for the keeper, whether that was by plan or not, but much easier. Keeper saw it, was able to scoop it up and secure it quickly.
We're going to have to do a lot of monitor watching here because it's getting so.
Yeah, it's hard to look through our window now. It's definitely raining. Rather hardly. I mean, you can even see it on the screen now. When you can see it on the TV screen, you know it's raining pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty close to being a quagmire.
Yeah.
That's getting ready to open my mouth and say that's going to make it to the parking lot.
I thought it was, yeah.
It was more straight up than it was at an angle.
We had 3 of them Monday's game.
Well, when our daughters played here, that net was not up.
Yeah. A lot of parking lot balls. Yeah.
I don't know how many times we went over the hill to get balls.
There was probably 7 or 8 times through the week I'd come out at the middle school and you'd see 2 or 3 balls in that parking lot down there too. So whether that was from a game or practice, don't know, but sharpshooter.
I was wondering if we were going to get a whistle on that.
Yeah, that looked like a little bit of a chicken wing there from behind.
With work coaching in the rec league, Zach, how long do you find it takes the young men and women to get out of the habit of instinctively, naturally wanting to put their hands up to protect their face? You see what I'm saying? Keeping their hands down.
A lot of it will depend on how much experience the young player has.
Right.
The thing about youth is that you can have a team that has, take my daughter's team, for example. She's U12. She's been playing since turf tot, since 4 years old.
Right.
7 or 8 of the other kids on her team have been playing that long. You had 3 kids that hadn't played ever before. So you have a lot of that mixture.
Right.
As a ref myself, especially at the U10 and U12 league, if it is a defensive block, I'm not going to call a handball on it.
Right.
If they just naturally are putting their hands up, I'm not going to call that. After the U12 level, though, you absolutely need to call that.
Getting the whistle.
Yep, you have to.
Yep.
Even if it is a defensive, you're trying to save yourself. And another thing about handballs is that a lot of, and I think this is probably what frustrates a lot of spectators, is not every ball that is a handball, right? The handball technically is the interference with the ball when you are making your body unnaturally bigger.
Right.
So if you are in a natural sport movement, which has a lot of arm movement, it's not a handball. It's a handball when you are purposely reaching out or purposely making your body bigger,
right.
And that's when the ball hits. That's a handball. So you hear that a lot as a ref. Parents are very close to the sideline. That's a handball. Just because it hit them doesn't mean it's a handball.
Right.
So take anything away from it. If they're making their body unnaturally bigger, always a handball.
Right.
If it seems like a normal sports motion, more than likely not a handball.
Starting to see something that we did not see in the first half, or I didn't notice any substitutions. Starting to move some different personnel in and out.
Yeah, that was an issue with Webster Monday, is they only had 2, maybe 3 other players that they're even able to sub in.
Right.
And looking at Sherman's bench, they're about the same, right? Maybe 3 other players over there. Kind of hard to see up under the canopy.
It's hard to see. I think there's some standing in the back as well, though.
Yeah.
I think they got about 5.
Got 16, so you got about 5. Yeah, about 5 subs you can work in.
Yeah, we almost have a whole nother squad on our bench.
Yes. Which is a good problem to have.
It is, absolutely. And this time of year, I don't know if you sub so much unless you absolutely have to. You know, there's a lot at stake, even with being up 4-0.
Things can change.
Things can change in a heartbeat, absolutely. So I think you keep your starters in, and if you even decided to sub, I wouldn't do it till well under the 10-minute mark.
Those Eagles are flying to that ball, even in that slick conditions out there.
The fearlessness of youth, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think overall team speed would have to be the advantage to the Eagles as far as, but they are a little bit more seasoned squad. And this Sherman Tide team is going to be tough to handle next year.
For several years.
For several years, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if they lost a lot of seniors last year, or they're just a naturally young team.
Yeah, that'd be some good intel to have.
Said it's not every county has soccer, even nowadays. I know Braxton, what has it been, about 10 years now that they've fielded a consistent soccer team?
Yeah.
And I know other counties are not quite that way. I know Webster has just recently got a soccer team in the last 4 or 5 years. I'd be interested to know how long Sherman has had a soccer team. I know when I was in high school back early 2000s, there was only a handful of schools surrounding us that had soccer teams.
Yep.
I would have loved if we had it when I was in school. It would have been an amazing sport.
Well, that's one thing we've seen in our county is the expansion of the rec league, and there's just a whole lot more kids playing soccer now.
Yep.
From even when Jamie and I, our daughters, played.
Yes. Well, I think the vast majority. I thought he, from this angle, it looked for a second like he was kicking that into his own goal, but he did kick it out. I think the vast majority of the time frame you're talking about, even into the 90s, a lot of the schools were AAA schools that had the soccer teams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like I said, that's one of the things that really, really helps your high school program is having a strong rec league. And Braxton's had one for several years now.
Yep.
We had rec league before we had a high school team.
Yeah. Yep.
Which that was good because that built the base for what eventually ended up happening up at the high school.
Yeah. I know the middle school team is going to have a plethora of riches next year. There are a lot of really good fifth graders that are coming up that have played since turf top level. 10, 12 of them that are going to move up, both boys and girls. So it's going to be nice to see that as they come up and play through middle school and into high school.
Yeah, and it's hard to beat experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's one nice thing about our county being centrally located. We have the rec league, but we also have a lot of kids that play travel soccer as well.
Yes.
Yep. I know there's definitely 3 or 4 on the middle school team. Not 100% sure at the high school level, but and getting that experience, going to those bigger tournaments down at Shawnee, going to those tournaments over in Nicholas is really nice to see, and getting that experience with other teams that eventually you are going to be playing at the middle school and the high school level.
Sherman had a player down, a little slow getting up. That'd be number 2, Logan Buzzard, but he seems to be walking it off.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to him. I was watching him on the backside, and I'm not sure if he started to cramp up or because he was walking down the field and then went down to a knee. They've got him out, going to check him out on the sideline. He may have got stepped on or cleated. I know that hurts.
Yes, indeed.
Woo, my goodness.
Those shin guards only cover the shins. They don't cover much else on the leg.
Yeah, there's no calf coverage there.
No, there's not.
And especially those molded cleats, if my goodness. They can be sharp.
The soccer cleat is not allowed to have a cleat over the toe. So normally you'll see the soccer cleat has 2 front cleats that are like right behind where your big toe would normally be.
Right.
But it's still easy to catch somebody, especially when you're battling shoulder to shoulder, arm to arm.
Yep. Swinging feet.
Yep. And it's a part of the game. Don't make it hurt any less, though.
That's right.
And on a day like this, a little drizzly, a little cold, everything always hurts a little bit worse on this type of weather.
I've noticed see if you guys agree, the ball control has dwindled just a little bit due to the
the pace
wet
of play
conditions.
slowed down just a little bit here.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the wet field's definitely slowing it down.
Definitely slows the ball movement down.
Yeah. The control, like you said, it's a little more slippery. I'm sure that Sherman player didn't mean for that ball to go that way. So that's a prime example of that.
Yeah, a lot of whiffs and a lot of glances.
And a lot of passes coming up short, too, because of all the water on the field. So it becomes very hard to judge how hard you need to kick it on those crosses.
Yeah, because a lot of these guys have not played. Ooh, had a shot there.
Looks like we might have a penalty
We
kick
got a penalty
coming up.
Yeah. Heard a whistle there. See what you see there, Zach. JD.
Right, I was almost surprised. I would have thought that possibly right there could have been a penalty. The ref could have said play advantage where you're not giving the foul right away because you keep possession. It looks like it was just a clear trip or possibly a charge in the back.
Penalty kick
by Peyton Sharp here. So
come on, P, get it in there.
Man, he does.
He does. He finds the goal.
Goal! Braxton 5.
He does a lot better than I do.
Nah, he does.
Yeah.
You're going to have to stick with the googly mooglies.
Yeah. I'm the googly mooglier. Now, are we at the point now where you feel like we got a little cushion now?
I feel like we got a little bit of cushion here. But once again, you'll watch Braxton will not. They'll continue to put pressure on them offensively. And I like that about this team. I mean, it's
not saying that Sherman can't come back and tie this thing up. There's still a lot of time. But they are going to have some things go their way. I feel like it's safe to say at this point.
Yeah, it's not over till that buzzer goes down, or the clock goes down to 0 and we hear that buzzer, but they really would have to really pick up the attack to close this gap.
Yes, we would say time is waning short.
That was a decent charge on a Braxton player right there. I thought maybe a little tougher than it should have been.
Nice pass.
Overall, I think this reffing crew has done an excellent job. And both teams have done an excellent job at keeping the fouls to a minimum. No unnecessary roughness. playing good. I've seen some good sportsmanship from, players on both sides when they go down, helping each other up. So you like seeing that because when it comes down to it, it's just a game. It should be fun.
Yeah.
And it should be building the character for these gentlemen all the way across.
Eagles got it deep into the front of the goal, but just could not find the back of the net.
I think we had an opportunity there to make a extra pass and get a little bit more of an open shot, but just couldn't get it.
A lot of
get
traffic.
It over to the side there.
Yeah.
Clear trip. Direct free kick coming up for Braxton.
Yep. Be Peyton Sharp taking the kick, and he quick kicked there.
Sure did.
So now with your free kicks, it is okay to have a quick kick.
Yeah.
As long as the player is keeping the ball in the general position of the foul, they place it and go right into it. You do not need to wait on the ref's whistle or anything like that. So if you are heads up, you can find lacks in the defense and get those quick goals from those free kicks.
Right.
Yeah. Get a nice little quick pass to your teammate.
Yep. Yeah. You don't always have to have the ceremony of counting out the 10 yards, building the wall, and stuff like that. So.
We are at the 15-minute mark here in the second half. Eagles are 15 minutes, less than 15 minutes away from punching their ticket to the state level competition.
When would the tournament start? When it does, and where is it at?
That's a good question.
That is an outstanding question that we wish we had the answer.
Yeah, okay. I'm glad I'm not the only one then.
I mean, in previous years, I don't know if they have it at Shawnee, but in previous years they'd had it at Beckley.
That's cool.
Because that's a pretty nice field complex down there as well. So I'm not for sure exactly where it is this year.
I would love to give you that intel.
Yeah.
I have a feeling we'll have it here in just a little bit.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's something that you need to put in a bid for, or if it's that they.
I think the
WSVAC or whatever.
Yeah, WVSSAC typically on all their state playoffs, their state championships. Typically like at at different points the football's moved, it's a bidding process for your city to get some of those playoffs.
Football's
and
every
state
4 years.
Yeah.
4 years.
Yeah, right now it's back in Charleston, was in Wheeling. So it'll be interesting to see where it is for soccer.
Because that can bring a lot of revenue into the county that's hosting it. It can even have a little home field advantage depending on, who makes it and where it's at.
Well, it is scheduled and slated for November 5th through the 8th, which will be next weekend, at the Paul Klein Memorial Sports Complex in Beckley, West Virginia.
Beckley. So that could almost be like a home game for any team that might be from down in that region if we have to play them.
Well, I mean, the way it looks right now, 2 of the 4 teams, one's going to be Braxton, the other's going to be Frankfort. And it's definitely not a home field advantage for Frankfort. That's a heck of a trip.
No, it's not.
Are they the other?
They're in Mineral County, up next to, they're pretty close to Cumberland, Maryland.
They're actually on the plane now heading this way. Should arrive sometime next Wednesday.
My goodness.
I mean, we had to play them in high school football when I was at Tucker County, and that was a heck of a trip from Tucker County. And
sure.
And you're
Tucker's
close.
2 hours from here, hour and 45 minutes from here.
It's almost surprising that coming out of that panhandle that there's even a AA school up that way. If you think
That official's going to be feeling that in the morning.
Yeah, he's feeling it right
now. Yeah, boy.
He's probably saying, great googly moogly.
But a much higher, great googly moogly.
Great googly moogly. I just got slaughtered off.
Oh, man.
Total pandalarium out there.
Yeah. Yep. So while we were joking through that, we did get to see a chance that that was a drop ball. So play does not just continue on. It is a drop ball.
Well, with Frankfurt, there's a lot of double A and single A combined. So you end up Moorfield. There's several smaller schools up there that haven't. Yeah. But if you look at their schedule, they played a lot of the bigger high schools. Few high schools out of Virginia.
Yeah.
Maryland.
And they seem to be competitive in a lot of sports year after year.
Yeah, you got Petersburg that also fields both girls and boys soccer in that area as well.
That would be me, just whiffed. Except I would have just blown a hip.
Yeah, I'm hurt.
Shot on goal. Nice deflection.
What a save.
Nice save, because that ball was bending away from him, too.
Yes, it was.
That was an impressive save.
The monitors are a little tricky sometimes. I was like, oh, my goodness, that guy just made his own goal.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah. Or, looked like it was going right in. Yeah, look at that. Looked like that broke 3 or 4 feet.
Had he not got a good jump on that ball, that one may have sailed in. And that corner.
Another penalty kick here. Yeah, I believe Zach McQueen got shoved in the back here and has an opportunity for a penalty kick.
I missed what the foul was. So this could just be the frustration of Sherman coming through. It's late in the game, tired, they're cold, they're losing.
Penalty trip right there.
Yep, it was a trip. I thought it was pushing the back.
Yeah, threw his hip into him a little bit. Not unsportman, but probably unnecessary foul right there.
Right. And that foul leads to a goal.
Yeah.
Under the 10-minute mark, and you're probably at the point now the writing's on the wall for the Tide. But to be as young of a team as they are, they have played a very good, very hard-fought game.
Looks like Coach Smar's got a sub lined up there ready to come in. Coming in on now, maybe Brody Prince, possibly?
It might be. I can't see the number there. I went a little high-pitched on that one. Sorry.
Number 9?
Yep, you're correct.
Yep.
Eagle Eye Zach there.
It was the height and the skinniness that really sold it for me on knowing who that one was. So. To my knowledge, Brody is one that he is rather new to soccer. I believe he played in middle school, but to my knowledge, not one that played from the youth level and the rec level all the way up.
Right.
And has turned out to be a good little player and somebody that they're going to have to rely on when our 7 seniors lead next year. Because Brody's, he's younger, right? Sophomore-ish, junior, sophomore.
He's a sophomore.
Sophomore, so it's good to know that we still have a nice core of good young players that are going to get some good experience up into the state tournament and hopefully even further.
Our team has a pretty good mixture of 10th and 11th graders that will be coming back next year as well. Just one 9th grader, though. So hopefully there's some 8th graders that will be coming up next year's freshmen to replenish the ranks here.
Now, the thing about out of our 7 seniors, 2 of those seniors, this is their first year ever playing soccer.
Wow, really?
Yep. I mean, Jamie actually played in rec league a little, but once he got involved in middle school, high school football, he kind of stepped away from soccer and he was one of those guys that made a deal that if a couple of the soccer players would come out and play football, he would come out and play soccer with them this year.
I didn't know he'd played some in the rec league.
He'd played some in the rec league. I don't think he had played in middle school, and I don't think he had played the first 3 years up here at high school.
No. He did not know.
And to come out your first year, all those years off, and be a starter, that's pretty impressive.
Sure.
But he's a very athletic young man. That a lot of times that he can make up a difference with speed and
he's not afraid of contact.
He's not afraid of contact, and he's a very, very intelligent young man as well.
And I think that that deal has benefited both the soccer team and the football team from the new school records that they have and the amount of field goals made and the leadership on the soccer team from the football players that have came out this year. So it's good to see that.
Absolutely.
And that's saying something, too, because the 2 seasons go together. So these kids are double sporting, and that's impressive when you add all the practices, all the games on top of their schoolwork to maintain the good grades and all that.
And many of these student athletes out here are dual credit students as well, which many of them are taking. Jamie's a perfect example of college classes.
Yeah.
And playing 2 sports. So
talk about busy.
A lot of dedication. And like I said, multiple players on this team do the same thing.
That's something they should be proud of, and I'm sure their parents and extended families are extremely proud of them for that also. That will translate very well in the real world that they are not far away from.
Yeah.
Well, and you think about the work ethic that they're building and they've developed now at the high school, it's only going to benefit them when they go to college.
Yep.
That was a wise decision right there. Just a nice little chip shot over the strikers coming forward.
Because that long pass is pretty tough right now, as wet and muddy as the field's getting.
Nice thread.
Should be in a throw in for Braxton there. I believe Mr. Anderson's going to get the throw in here.
Easy to spot them Anderson brothers, ain't it?
Yeah.
Nice seal there by the keep. Under 4 minutes to go.
See, everyone's slowing down a bit.
Yep.
You see the end of the game coming for sure.
Writing is on the wall, that's for sure.
Quick throw in by Sherman. Might be thinking they'd like to get at least one on the board to walk away with their heads up.
Absolutely.
Nobody wants to get shut out, that's for sure.
But they have played an excellent game.
Well, go back, they've had an excellent season. 13-1-4. That's a pretty good season.
Yeah, absolutely.
Their 4 ties came against some fairly stiff competition. Ty and Bluefield 1-1, and anything is a feat.
Yeah, Bluefield's sneaky with the athletes that they can pull out.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
As we know too well. At number 14 for Sherman. He's a young feller, 5'2" freshman, but he is out there in amongst them and getting after it.
Yep. It's nice to see number 19, Tanner Rader, in there for the Eagles again.
Yeah, pulling. Getting some of their bench players from time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Holden Lloyd's out there for the Eagles. Nice deflection.
Oh, there we go.
That was good deflection by Blaine.
If he didn't
Getting
tip
up.
that over, that might have just snuck past him. That'll bring up a corner kick for Sherman. I believe it's their first corner kick of the game.
I think so. We did a great job of deflecting that out.
Probably would have cleared the net.
Better to be safe than sorry.
No,
there.
absolutely. 100%.
Somebody got a foot in there and got it out of there.
Yeah, now it's a foot race. Here we go. Nice touch.
Yep, beautiful pass. Brody Prince.
Under a minute to go in this regional final. Braxton County Eagles making history on this season.
First time for either the men's or the female soccer team going to the tournament, correct?
That is correct.
Yes.
All right, good for them. Well, this is the team that you want going, that's for sure.
Absolutely. And they are 1 second away. Regional final champions, your Braxton County Eagles.
Yep. Congratulations to the Eagles, and they're going to get to take a trip to Beckley.
Yes, indeed. They've punched their ticket to the state finals next November 5th through the 8th, next weekend. So congratulations to them. Congratulations to Sherman Tide on a great season. And nothing to hang their heads about. Two quality teams going at it tonight. Nick, thank you for jumping in with us. JD, thanks for jumping in with me.
We really enjoyed. Zach had a pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely, gentlemen. Hopefully we'll get to do this again next season for sure, right?
Absolutely. And it was a nice dry game for us.
Yeah, no doubt.
So the Soaked Eagles will take it into the locker room, and we're going to wrap it up here. And on Braxton Live, thank you for joining us, and have a great evening, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.